I'm here to share 7 tips with you to help keep your house clean and tidy when you have young children. I have a 5-year-old, an almost 2-year-old, and an almost 3-month-old. So my first tip is to get them to help you clean in whatever way they can. So my 5-year-old, he takes his dishes into the kitchen, he puts his laundry in the hamper, and he helps clean up his own toys, and he helps his sister clean up her toys. My almost 2-year-old does what every toddler does and follows me everywhere. So when I start my morning cleaning routine, I have her help me. So we start in the bathrooms, and once I'm done spraying the counters and the mirrors and the sinks, I give her the spray bottle and her own rag, and she likes to spray whatever she wants. I use vinegar and water, so it's something she can use too. It's not harmful to her, so she likes to help that way. And then when we move on to the bedrooms, she loves to put the pillows up on the bed, and I myself am horrible at putting laundry in the hamper, so she does that for me. She'll actually put away my socks and my shirt if I ask her to, and if I ask her to do things one at a time, it takes her a little bit longer and keeps her occupied a little bit longer, so she's not out somewhere else making a mess. Tip number 2 is if they're not occupied helping you, find something else to occupy them. Because if they're running around trying to figure out something to do, they're going to make a bigger mess. So what I do is I let her watch a little bit of TV sometimes. So I know TV is not the best thing for a toddler, and sometimes it's hard to even get them to watch it. But a half an hour of TV is not going to kill them. And if they're not making a big mess while you're trying to clean up, you can clean up faster and spend more quality time with them in the end. So it all works out. Tip number 3, use a laundry basket when you're cleaning up. So I always bring a laundry basket around with me when I do my morning cleaning routine, because I put everything in it that doesn't belong in that room. And that saves you time in 2 different ways. The first way is you're not spending a bunch of time running from one end of the house to the other when you find something that doesn't belong in the room that you're cleaning. You just put it in the laundry basket, and when you get to that room, take it out and put it away. Or at the end, you just empty the laundry basket in the rooms that they're supposed to go in. It also helps with distractible toddlers, because if you're in one room and then you go to another room, they're going to follow you to that other room and take something out in there. It just breaks their concentration on whatever they're working on and allows them to make a bigger mess than they need to. So if you have a laundry basket, an empty one, hopefully you have an empty one, it really helps to bring that around with you. It's a huge time saver. Tip number 4 is wrap up your infants. If you have a child like mine that doesn't like to sleep on their own during the day, she will not sleep in a crib or a pack and play or anything for any length of time. So she has to stay on me. So if I didn't wrap her in a wrap, I would be stuck on the couch all day trying to get her to nap, which is not very good for productivity. So I have a Solly baby wrap. It's a stretchy wrap, similar to a Moby. And every morning when I'm ready to clean, I wrap her up in there, and it takes her just minutes to fall asleep. What's great about stretchy wraps is you can tuck their head in when they're sleeping, so you don't have to worry so much about bending over and their neck falling back. It's a total lifesaver. Saves your sanity, really, because if you're in a messy house, you're usually not very happy. And it takes a little bit longer to do any cleaning with it, because you have to be mindful about not bending over too far, or their heads, will fall out of the wrap. You have to do lots and lots of squats. The baby wearing squats, good for your glutes, takes a little more time, but at least you can get it done. So stretchy wraps are great for tiny babies, and when they're a little bit older, woven wraps are fantastic. You can use them for back carries, and even soft structured carriers like Ergo and Tula, they're fantastic too for when they're a little bit older. I prefer stretchies when they're infants, but it's a personal preference thing. So if you can wrap them up, you can do a lot of stuff. Tip number 5 is set a start and stop time for yourself. So start at a certain time, end at a certain time, no matter how much you got done. I myself start my cleaning at 9. Shortly after 8, I bring my son to school, and then I get back around 8:30, and then I nurse Nora and snuggle with Lily on the couch for half an hour, so I know that she's good and fed. So if she's fussy while we're cleaning, I know it's because she's tired, not because she's hungry, so I can get all my cleaning done. And I know Lily has a little bit of one-on-one time. She's my 2-year-old, so she's not starving for attention, while we're cleaning. So if you set a start and stop time, it becomes very routine. And if you start in the same spot every time, it becomes very routine, and it makes it faster, because then you're not constantly thinking about which task you should do next. You just automatically do it. And if you do it every day, it really is fast, because it never really gets too dirty or too messy to begin with. So you can clean rooms a lot quicker than you think you can. So start and stop at the same time every day. It'll help you out. Tip number 6 is accept the help that you're offered. You don't have to be Superwoman. Accepting help does not make you weak. It makes you smart. There's that old saying, it takes a village, and that's not just a village to raise a child, it's a village to help the mom. Because being a mom is really hard. There's lots of stuff to do. You're supposed to keep the house clean, make good dinners, spend lots of quality one-on-one time with your kids, teaching them things, playing with them. There's a lot to do. So if someone wants to help you, let them help you. It doesn't make you weak, it makes you smart. And I mean, anyone can be someone. It can be your husband or your partner, or whoever. If they want to make supper one night, let them make supper one night. If they want to make the bed, let them make the bed. The way they do it might be different, but it doesn't make it wrong. So just let the little things go. If they fold laundry a little bit differently than you do, it's still folded, put it away. Just relax, don't nitpick. If it's done, it's done. And my last tip number 7, is you just have to learn to accept that your house with kids is never going to be perfect. Never going to be perfect. You live with toddlers, you live with children, you live with kids. They're going to have toys out, and that's fantastic. You don't want them to have all of their toys out, but if there's crayons all over the table while they're coloring, that's great. If there's Lego all over the floor while they're building this magnificent castle, that's great too. And anyone you have over that comes over while your kids are playing should understand that you can't just plunk your kids in front of the TV all day, which is what it would take to have a perfect house. Kids need to play, so there's going to be stuff out all the time. There's going to be a fingerprint on the window you just washed. There's going to be goldfish crumbs on that floor you just swept. You just got to keep sweeping it so that there's not 5 days worth of goldfish crumbs on the floor, right? So when you got little kids, it's just not going to be perfect. It's just a season in your life that your home is not immaculate, but it's a happy season. I mean, you're very lucky to be able to have the children that you do. I'm very lucky to have the children I have, and I wouldn't trade them for anything, even no goldfish crumbs. So if you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more similar videos of tips and tricks and morning cleaning routines and evening cleaning routines when I get one. Thanks for watching.